I don't believe what most politicians believe. I don't believe that change comes because nice politicians come along and make it happen. I don't. Think of all of the great history of our country. Think of the changes that have happened. Workers' rights, a national health service, a minimum wage, rights for gay and lesbian people, equal pay for work of equal value, the legislation for that in the 1970s. None of that happened because nice politicians woke up one day and said, we're going to make it happen. It's because people demanded the change happen. People demanded the change. If it hadn't been for the trade unions, workers' rights wouldn't have happened. If it hadn't been for the British people saying never again, never back to the 1930s, a patchwork health service, the NHS wouldn't have happened. If it hadn't been for those Ford workers at Dagenham and elsewhere saying we are not going to have unequal pay for work of equal value, the Equal Pay Act wouldn't have happened. If it hadn't been for the lesbian and gay community of our country saying enough is enough, we're not going to accept an unequal society anymore, we're not going to accept being second-class citizens, those changes wouldn't have happened. All of the big historic changes have happened because people made them happen. And that's why I'm looking at you for the next 5 days. Because this election could come down to a few hundred votes in a few dozen constituencies. And Hastings and Rye is one of those constituencies. So look, I've got some advice for you. If you've got any DIY to do in the next 5 days, put it off. So the thing I promise you is that Sarah will be round to do your DIY after May the 7th. Family weddings, put them off as well. Sarah will come to your family weddings if she's a new MP base. Birthday parties, nights out, the same. She's available for all of those things, but not until next Thursday. And I'm not going to do any of those things before next Thursday either. So look, really important this. Now, the last thing I want to say to you is this. The Tories have the money in this campaign. Right? They've got the money, they've got the billboards, they've got Linton Crosby. I'm not sure that's a great advantage, personally. But they don't have people who want to knock on doors for the Conservative Party. Now, I'm not surprised. I don't want to knock on doors for the Conservative Party either. And nor do you. But we have people who do want to knock on doors. We have people who do want to campaign. Not for ourselves. You know, when David Cameron said it's about his own career, didn't he give it all away, really? He said the election's about him. It's not about him. It's not about me. It's about the British people. It's about their lives. And what happens to them in the next 5 years. It's a once in every 5 years opportunity, this, to change the country. And to think about who the country is going to be run for. Now that's our chance, and that is our obligation. That is our obligation to the British people. So look, I urge you, in the next 5 days, to fight with every fibre of your being. To walk that extra mile, to deliver that extra leaflet, to make that extra phone call, to talk to that additional friend, to talk to your neighbours, to talk to your workmates. Because the future of this country is on the ballot paper at this election. The future of our NHS is on the ballot paper at this election. The future of our young people is on the ballot paper at this election. It is our obligation, it is our duty to elect a Labour government. It is our duty on behalf of our fellow citizens. It is our duty to elect Sarah Owen as the next MP for Hastings and Rye, our duty to elect a Labour government. Friends, we must not fail. We will not fail. We must not let the British people down. We know our obligation. We know what we must do. Let's work. Let's work as we've never worked before. Let's work as if our future depends on it, because the future of the country depends on it. In the next 5 days, let's elect a Labour government and let's make this country work for working people. Once again, thank you very much.